Hey guys, Craig here. Quick channel update for you. Obviously Christmas has just gone, so here's an update of what I got. Got some Tamiya paint, so I've got NATO black. I got myself some NATO green. Also some NATO brown. And I got myself that, which is the AK Interactive OIF and OEF paint and weathering set for modern US vehicles. So in this pack, what you get is the AK Interactive, if that zooms in properly, zoom, it's not going to focus on it, funny lettering. It's got the OIF and OEF streaking effects wash in there. It's also got the enamel wash for US modern vehicles. And then, as it says on the bottle, it's got the OIF and OEF US vehicles base colour, which I'm presuming, if it's anything like the British one, it's going to be really, really thin, so it's going to require a few coats of that for painting modern US vehicles. So, the reason behind all of that is because I got that for Christmas. As you can see, it's the Hobby Boss M1070 truck tractor and the M1000 heavy equipment transporter trailer. So as you can see there, it's a monster of a kit. I can't really give you a scale to it, but if I stand up, I'll give you some idea. That's a tiger box. A panther box on top of the Hobby Boss set. So let's have a quick look in the box. Let's see what I'm getting myself into. So if we take the lid off, for those of you that haven't seen these before, huge booklet, 48 pages. So having a look in the booklet, it's got the sprue layout, all the photo etch frets down here, more sprues for the trailer, comes with loads of little accessories, little clips and wires and tubing and pins and chains and all sorts of stuff on there. Tyres, there's a lot of tyres, loads of clear parts. So having a quick look through the book. So stage 1 is all the tractor chassis. Stage 2 is the tractor chassis. In fact, there's about 28 pages on the tractor alone. Stage 3 is starting on the axles and steering. Stage 4 is again more axles, airbags, brake actuators, spring leaf suspension, and the bump stops and everything for the airbags. These are actually rubber, if you've never seen the kit before. Stage 6 is more axles and more airbags. Stage 7, funny old thing, more axles, seeing as there's 4 of the bad boys. Stage 8 is suspension, shockers, by the looks of it. What's it showing you down there? Yeah, shock absorbers going in on the back of the axles. Stage 9 is prop shafts. Stage 9 is these down here. It's showing you more drivetrain components. Stage 10 is fuel tanks assembly, brackets and handles and stuff. Then it's showing you how to make the fuel tanks and oil drums and everything on that one. Stage 11 is radiator and more brackets. It's got the ramps for the back to go onto the 5th wheel. Then it's got all the air tanks and battery boxes and all sorts of the light going on the sides. Stage 13 is fitting said oil tanks and drums. Stage 14 is headlights and the front of the truck. 15 is the other side and fitting them to the vehicle. Then on stage 16 we're starting on the interior of the cab. Stage 17 is all the rest of the interior for the cab. Seats, controls, all that good stuff. 18 is fitting all the side panels to the cab, all the armour and everything. Seat belts and brackets going in. Air conditioning unit and air filtration units on stage whatever that is. 18. Then we're on to stage 19, which is the underside of the cab. 20 is the roof and the back of the cab. 21 is mirrors and roof lights. And exhaust and brackets on the underside of the cab. 22 is fitting the cab to the truck. And the bonnet. And the wheels. 23 is the exhaust and all the photo etch for the exhaust. 24 is the winches and all the accessories for the winches. 25 is the other side, is the second winch. 26 is the control boxes for said winch. Part 27 is the ladders and fitting all the winch gubbins to the actual deck. This book is massive, by the way. 28 is fitting the photo etch grates onto the back. And what's that? Looking at that, not entirely sure what that part is there. Looks like some sort of leg or stabilizer or something. That's showing you how that all fits to the actual chassis. Stage 29 is putting the photo etch walkway on, and then a couple of finished diagrams there so you can see how it fits on both sides. Stage 30 is mud flaps and lights. Stage 31 is tyres and wheels and mud flaps again. 32 is a front bumper. And then by that stage, page 27, you should have the tractor unit looking somewhat along the lines of that. And the rest of the book is dedicated to the trailer. So we've got the swan neck being made at the front to fit onto the fifth wheel on stage 1. Stage 2 is the pistons and brackets and everything for the fifth wheel. So obviously you can raise and lower it. Stage 3 is fitting all the cables, tubes and wires to the swan neck. Loads of photo etch parts and controls there. Stage 4 is handrails and spare tyre by the looks of it, spare tyres. So you get something like this at the end of it. This part here is the winch for the spare wheel and spring by the looks of it. Then we're on to the chassis side rails and fitting suspension components going along that side. Then stage 6 is, looks like, what does that look like? Like drive shafts or something going along the inside of the trailer. Wheel arches. Then we're on to stage 7, which is all of the underside of the trailer, underside of the bed. Fitting the chassis and the rear light bracket. Fitting the ramps. And it looks like the ramp parts here that the ramp's attached to come up and down for the vehicles to go on and off. Support and legs. Then we're on to stage 9, which is, we've got bow shackles and brackets, lights, tie down points, all that sort of stuff going along there. And we've got pistons and rams on stage 10 for the suspension units for the actual wheels. Then it gives you a guide on how to cut all the tubing and stuff for the suspension. Some diagrams there on how it's all routed. Then you've got here, it shows you exactly how it looks on the underside of the trailer once it's all fitted. Same on that side. Then it's on to tyres, and there's a lot of them. There's 40 odd tyres for this trailer alone. Fitting it to all the bogies, and then fitting it to the trailer. What we got there. Then it shows you how it's all the cabling and everything's routed down here on the insides. There. What's this one showing you? It's adding in steering linkages so that the bogies can turn. Then it's fitting a swan neck to the trailer. Then it's more cabling, wiring and ducting on stage 14. And then on the other side, on stage 15, is the other side of the trailer. Stage 16 is toolboxes and stowage bins. Supporting legs and rams on the bottom part of that. Then it's the other side of the trailer for the same treatment. Mud flaps and lights. Then it's the ramps on stage 18, which these are all metal springs and everything that actually come in the kit as well. And then we've got beacons and lights, fitting that to the trailer. Then what we've got here, chains and more lights on stage 19. Then it's fitting little shackles and tie down points on the top of the trailer. And then it's all the securing parts, say, for the tie downs for the vehicles. Then we're on to wheel chucks or wheel chocks. So whatever vehicle you can put these things under the tracks or the wheels so they can't move on the actual trailer itself. You can either have them stowed as such, or you can have them loose if you're going to put a vehicle on the back. Then it's attaching trailer to truck. And then once it's on, it should look something like that. So we're now on page 47. Page 48 is airlines for the back of the unit to the trailer. And more piping and ducting there. That's pretty much the instructions for that bad boy. So 48 pages. Also in the box you get the colour chart, as any other hobby boss in full colour. You've got either desert cam for truck and trailer, or you've got the NATO cam and the forest cam for truck and trailer on the reverse. So mine's going to be a mixture of the both, I think. So in the box, as you can see, it's a huge box. On one sprue you've got all the air tanks and everything, and part of the chassis for the tractor unit. Then another sprue is, what's that? That's all of the cab. Then you've got, on that one, it's all chassis components and axles and drive shafts. This is the underside of the cab. This bit, that's the underside of the engine. You don't get a complete engine with a kit. And bits of the cab as well for the windows. This one's interior parts, steering wheel controls, the fenders for the bonnet. Oh. Then what have we got? We've got mirrors and exhaust and all sorts of stuff on that one. On this one we've got chassis components, axles and fifth wheel. There's 2 of these, and that's all the interior parts to the cab, and looks like drivetrain components on there. Then we've got two trees there of wheels and wheel covers. Underneath all of that is a decal sheet. Then we've got 2 sprues of chassis components for steering axle components for the suspension, and another 2 trees, sorry, of wheels and shackles and stuff. So that's half the box done. So we'll stick all that back in for now. I will be doing a full build log on this one when I'm actually brave enough to start the thing, but I don't have space at the minute. So on the other side you've got the trailer, the actual trailer bed, and the trailer chassis on the underside there. On this one is all the swan neck and parts of the bed on there. You've got more of the swan neck and more of the chassis for the trailer on that one. Looking through that, it's more of the sort of like lights and fittings and parts for the ramps. And then the rest of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 of these packs, so there's 3 in that pack, 3 in that pack, and 1, 2, 4 in that pack, all on wheels and bogie sort of components for the trailer. And there's two trees there for the ramps and for the rest of the gribblies. So putting all that back, we'll worry about that later on. Inside the box, if we can get it open. So inside this box, what you're going to get is all of that. You've got all them little metal brackets, all the ducting, all the cables, all the chains, all the rope. That's all the frets of photo etch that you're going to get, and clear parts. The GPs are clear parts. Obviously PE is photo etch. You get all the tyres and the engine bonnet, as well as the rubber airbags. So 40 tyres for the trailer. And you've got 1 fret of photo etch and the airlines for the truck and trailer. You've got photo etch number 2 and 3 on the back. You've got photo etch 4 and 5. You've got photo etch 6 and 7. You got 8 and 9. You got 10 and 11 of the photo etch. That's a little bag of it's the airbags for the suspension units. You got 2 trees of clear parts for the mark lights, and then you get the big tree, which is all the main glass, all the armoured glass for the truck. So that's one side of that box done. The other side, you get a full bag of all sorts of accessories, cables, chains. See all the little metal bars and pins and that in there. On this side, it's got all the pins for the wheels, for the steering units on the wheels. You get the rubber wheels for the tractor trailer for the tractor unit, and the bonnet It comes all wrapped up in foam, and then it's bagged up, and that's a one-piece bonnet there. So that's pretty much everything that you get in the kit with this bad boy. So this is going to be an epic build. I'm just finishing off a project as I'm doing this video. It was just a little time consumer whilst we were waiting for Christmas and that to get here. But that's nearly finished, so as soon as that's out of the way, then I'll be starting on this bad boy. And this might be the kit that actually snaps me, because it is just so huge. I've read reviews about it, I've seen it on YouTube, I've seen people build them, and it's like, yeah, that looks awesome. And now I've got one in front of me, it's a little bit daunting. I've never had an instruction book that's so thick. And look at that. 48 pages of truck and trailer. But anyway, so that's what I got for Christmas. So hopefully it's going to turn out pretty good and resemble something like that. It's probably not going to go on a diorama because it's just so massive. I've got nowhere to put the thing. So at the minute, it's probably just going to sit on a shelf until I can figure out what I can do with it. The little project I've been doing whilst we've been waiting for Christmas to get here, I've been doing a little panther. I'm just waiting for all the whitewash and that to dry before I can finish it off. But that's the Tamiya Panther House A. It's totally standard, straight out of the box, nothing special about it, but I thought I'd try a winter cam for a change. I've done desert, I've done greens, I've done foresty sort of stuff. So I thought I'd give it a go doing a World War II winter cam scheme. So that's just a quick sneak peek as to where I'm at with the Panther, but like I said, that's nearly finished. And then it's on with a 1070 hett. So that's the update for the channel for now. Looking forward to doing that, and not at the same time, and then finishing that off, and that'll be me done for a while. So I'll upload the Panther build log as soon as I've finished messing about with it, and then I'll probably do a video log to this one rather than photos, because it's such a huge build. It's probably easier if you just video it as I'm making it. Okay, so that's the channel update for now. I hope you enjoyed it so far, guys, and I'll keep you informed as I do stuff. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.